My room is flooding quite badly. There's like a huge pool in the corner of the room. Hello everyone, welcome back. Yes, today is story time from the thing I was talking about yesterday. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to give it away here just yet. But if you know what I'm talking about, then kudos to you, you're a subscriber. For most people who don't know, in Australia here right now, it is summertime. It is ridiculously hot, it's really humid, like, all the time. And I mean, like, in the middle of the night even, it's like 25, 30 degrees fucking overnight. And as you can imagine, that's really gonna piss off a lot of people. Well, unfortunately, one of those people was me, and I woke up one day and I was just like, in this really shitty mood, I'm like, you know what? I need some fucking rain and wind, you know? I need something just to, like, cool this temperature down, because it's just really getting to me now. And we hadn't had any proper flowing rain. We'd been told on, like, the Bureau of Meteorology, like, hey, we're gonna get, like, 12, 15, 20, 30 millimeters of rain. And I'm like, sweet, we're gonna get some bloody rain. Turns out it's, like, trickling all day. And I'm like, come on, man. Mind you, this is the end of the day because I'd stayed up all night editing, and this was, like, in the afternoon. So I leave, I go down the road, and as I'm walking down the road, it starts trickling down. And I'm like, that just pissed me off even more, because I'm like, man, we're supposed to be getting, like, heavy rain today, apparently. It's not happening. It's been all day, and they said it was going to happen early in the morning, and I was awake then, so it didn't happen then. And it didn't really sort of look like it was going to start pissing down rain anytime soon when I went down to the shops. Came back outside, and it's a little bit heavier, and I started thinking of all these ideas where I could make a video talking about how Melbourne weather is just, like, retarded beyond belief, right? And I explained this to my girlfriend, actually. I'm talking about how God is, like, just this looking over just this certain portion of Australia, just being like, just like giving us little tiny pellets of spit, being like, ha ha ha, it's supposed to rain, but no, I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm just gonna piss you all off, give you a fuck ton of humidity. And I was gonna, like, think of something to do with that, you know, like with animations and stuff. I get home and I start talking to one of my housemates. So this is what's happening. Within 30 seconds, the rain just pelts down so hard that it was making, like, this almost thunderous sound. And I walked into my bedroom again from in the kitchen. The whole window, my room is flooding quite badly, had just started, like, this waterfall going down the inside of the window. And I'm like, oh my fucking god! There's like a huge pool in the corner of the room. And I freaked out so hard, because obviously my bed is right up against the window. And I'm like, I can't move my bed, it weighs a fucking ton, what do I do? And I started grabbing towels and just throwing them on the window frame. And I'm like, oh, I've got to, like, fix this somehow. So I start moving shit around, and there starts being, like, this pool of water in the corner of my room, and I'm like, fuck, I've got electronics on the floor, man. This is not good. Even up here, it's all wet. So yeah, that's awesome. Good shit. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. Out of all of that, my mattress, my base of my mattress is fucked now. My bed is, like, screwed. Meaning that I need to get a new bed. And I've been, like, editing non-stop and then sleeping and then editing and then sleeping, and I haven't actually been sleeping in my bed. So, but the reason why my window frame was, like, flooding and stuff is because this house is, like, 30, 40 years old or something. And the paint that was used on the outer rim of the window frame is, like, starting to chip away. And I'm almost positive that back then they just didn't fit the plaster with the window frame properly. And so there's, like, a gap in the wall, and considering there's tin on the roof, water can get in somewhere, I'm sure. The gutters on the outside of the house are, like, fucked, so all the water was just, like, just piling up in these little tiny areas where there was holes in the gutters and shit, and I'm like, come on. Now, the way I'm describing it makes my house sound like a shithole, but if you've seen, you know, videos I put on Twitter and everything, it's a really fucking nice house. It just so happens that my particular bedroom, it's the least maintained of the house. I think the biggest reason why I took this room was because this is the biggest room of the house, and I need a big room to fit all of my stuff in. So why am I wearing different clothes all of a sudden? Well, that's a good question. I only just found out just now that during editing this video, I had to stop what I was doing and edit this part into it because the video didn't record the last half. I don't know why, but it didn't, and yeah. As goes for the story, though, there's not really much more to tell. I hope you guys did enjoy this really random story I just decided to share with you guys, because a couple of people were sort of asking interesting stuff that might have happened lately, and so I was like, hey, you know, interesting shit's always happening, at least at the most inconvenient times as well, so why not tell you guys about this story? Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I guess the long and short of this story is, don't live in a house that is old enough I can hear my girlfriend snoring her ass off right now. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys are all having a mad day, and until next time, peace. Now, everybody knows that when the PlayStation came out, later on down the track, the Nintendo 64 became a huge competitor.